considering buying 5G broadband from Vodafone? In this video, we reviewed Vodafone 5G broadband using their GigaCube router to see if it's any good, based on its download and upload speeds, value for money, and more. But before we begin, thanks to 3 for sponsoring this video. Their 5G hub deals offer a simple, easy way to get online with 5G internet for a very reasonable monthly cost. And from our testing, the 5G hub offers really fast download and upload speeds. So make sure to click the link in the description to the 3 wireless broadband coverage checker to see if you can get the 5G hub at your address when you're watching this. So at the moment, Vodafone sells 4G and 5G internet plans with this ZTE MC888 Ultra router, which they call the GigaCube. When you buy one of these plans, you'll get a data SIM from Vodafone paired with the router, and you'll set it up yourself. There's a few different SIM plans to choose from, depending on how much data you need, and when the router arrives in the mail, you just insert the SIM card into the slot on the base. You want to use the smallest nano SIM when punching out a SIM from this larger plastic card. Then you just plug in the router and wait for it to boot itself up. The GigaCube will then connect to the mobile network and then create a Wi-Fi hotspot you can use to get online on any device. And there's also 2 Ethernet ports on the back if you want to connect computers or games consoles to the router directly. Whether you get 4G or 5G speeds depends on the Vodafone coverage in your area. We've discussed the speeds on offer in more detail later in the video, but before you buy, make sure to come to the Vodafone coverage map, which we've linked in the description, and then put in your postcode here, making sure you're looking at mobile network. By broadband it means fiber, fixed line broadband. And then check whether you have good indoor and outdoor 4G or 5G coverage at your address to get an idea of what sort of speeds you might get with the Vodafone GigaCube. So once you're up and running, what sort of speeds can you expect from Vodafone 5G broadband? Vodafone advertises an average of 150 to 200 megabits, but from our testing, we normally get a bit over 100, with an upload speed of about 13 megabits. By comparison, in our area, which according to the coverage maps, has good indoor and outdoor 5G on 3, as well as Vodafone, we get a lot faster speeds with the 3 5G hub, around 300 megabits per second on average, with an upload speed nearing 20 megabits. So in our case, Vodafone 5G broadband isn't as fast as 3 at the moment, but according to this report from Ookla, the company that runs speedtest.net, on average, 3 has the fastest 5G speeds in the UK, while Vodafone is in second place. But the gap between them is quite big, at a mean of about 160 megabits, compared to 260 megabits with 3. So if you can get their service, we think 3 5G broadband tends to offer slightly faster speeds. So click the link in the description to the 3 Home Broadband coverage checker to see if you can get the 5G hub at your address. The other good thing 3 does is they give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, allowing you to test out the 5G hub and see what the speeds are like before you commit to a contract. This isn't possible with Vodafone 5G broadband as of the time of recording this video. We tested Vodafone's 5G router in a 4-bedroom, 2-story house to see what its Wi-Fi performance is like, including over long distance. We found that the ZTE MC888 Ultra was able to provide Wi-Fi throughout the house, which was good, but the speeds did drop off a bit. At long range from the router, our speeds about halved, but this is still plenty of bandwidth for most use cases, and this sort of performance is to be expected from this type of 5G router being used on its own without any Wi-Fi extenders. We found that one of the biggest downsides of Vodafone 5G broadband is its latency. As you can see from these speed tests, our ping was normally above 100 milliseconds, and over Wi-Fi, at longer distance, it would reach 150. This is still a decent enough ping for most use cases, but for gamers, having a ping of more than 100 milliseconds is not good at all if you like to play online. By comparison, with 3 5G broadband, our ping is normally about 40 milliseconds, still higher than using fiber, but a lot lower than with Vodafone. And when we tested the 5G hub in-game, our performance was really good, with no ping spikes or packet loss, and we were able to play games competitively even Rocket League, just like we were playing on a fibre connection. With Vodafone 5G internet, we couldn't play these sorts of ping-sensitive online games to test what the gaming experience was like. So as a gamer, we wouldn't recommend Vodafone 5G broadband unless you're just playing offline games. Vodafone 5G broadband isn't too expensive, but it's not the best value for money. If you want unlimited data, for example, and don't mind a 24-month contract, this is £40 a month at the moment, with a relatively low £15 upfront fee. This is a bit cheaper than EE's 5G internet deals at the moment, which are £50 a month, with a really high £100 setup fee, and no option of a short-term contract. But when you compare it to 3 5G internet, Vodafone 5G broadband begins to look quite expensive. The 3 5G hub is just £21 a month at the moment, with unlimited data and no upfront fee. But this can change over time, and in some areas, you might not be able to get the 3 5G hub at your address. So make sure to click the links in the description to the 3 Vodafone and EE 5G broadband pages to compare their prices when you're watching this. The biggest issue with Vodafone 5G broadband is what it costs. For £40 a month, you could almost buy the 3 5G hub twice over, or you could buy Vodafone's fastest fixed line fibre broadband plan if it's available in your area, and get a download speed about 8 to 9 times as fast, from our testing at least, with a bit of change left over. If you want 5G internet, we'd definitely check out 3 first. So click the link in the description to their coverage checker, and also the Vodafone GigaCube and EE Smart 5G Hub pages to compare their prices when you're watching this. But if you want download speeds of more than 200 megabits per second or so, or you need a low latency, we wouldn't recommend Vodafone 5G internet. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions about Vodafone 5G broadband, or about choosing a new broadband provider, let us know in the comments below, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.